Hello, it's Jake here, and I'm hoping you've all had a very productive and satisfying start to 2019. If you completed dry January, then I'm very proud of you. I did tell myself every week that I would start doing it, but it never really stuck. Also, I'm still carrying some weight from this Christmas, and the one before that, and the one before that, and the one before that. Anyway, enough of the January blues, let's get down to business. Here are our top releases for the PS4 this month. First up, we've got Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Wouldn't be a monthly roundup without a remaster, right? This trend of cashing in on nostalgia doesn't seem to be going anywhere soon, and to be honest, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Tales of Vesperia is a good example of why. Widely known to be the best game in the Tales series that nobody played, this remaster has polished the original with full HD graphics running at 60 frames per second, pre-packaged DLC, and additional characters. The storyline in Tales of Vesperia is definitely one of its strongest features, and that still holds up in the Definitive Edition. However, like a lot of recent remasters, if you're playing this for the first time, you will definitely notice that it's showing its age. Features you've come to expect in current RPGs, like quest logs and even maps, are not a part of Tales of Vesperia. You do have to go it alone. Nostalgia will definitely help this game succeed, but I encourage you to give it a try if you're a first-time player too. Next, we've got Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. This one probably wins the Cool Novelty Factor prize this month, as it's a game that lets you take control of incredibly detailed jet fighters, and it has VR features. If you're even remotely interested in fighter jets and other aircraft, then you have to give this game a go. There are 28 playable aircraft, and although this might not sound like a huge amount, they are almost all based on real-world military jets, and are obsessively detailed in exact scale, right down to the recreation of the controls inside the cabin. Although the sheer attention to detail still qualifies it as a flight sim, make no mistake that this game is action-packed. The driving mechanic is combat, and there is a story mode too, featuring the character in your cockpit. The game can't be played entirely in VR, but there is a mini campaign to be played in VR that is separate from the main story. Being able to track your enemies with your own line of sight by just looking at them, it's incredible, and really makes you take stock of how far gaming has come in recent history. The next game is one of two absolute blockbusters out this month. It's the remake of Resident Evil 2. The original Resident Evil 2 was an absolute cult classic, and if I may say, absolutely a product of its time. It features a terrible fixed camera, blocky graphics, loads of long empty corridors, and some questionable save mechanics, but it had real heart, and it was one of the peak gaming experiences on the market at the time. Flash forward to 2019, and a lot more has been updated in this game than the graphics. So much so that you sort of begin to understand why they decided to just name it Resident Evil 2. It's such an extensive recreation that it almost deserves to overlay the original. The most noticeable change is the camera and controls. Long gone are the fixed camera angles, replaced with a much more modern third-person style control system like the recent Resident Evil 7. If you're a hardcore Resi fan, or if you're completely new to the series, you'll love this game. It's a great place to start for newcomers, and also a worthy tribute for long-time fans. And last but not least, we have the big one, Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, don't let the name fool you, Kingdom Hearts 3 is the 13th game in the legendary series. It's set in an original universe that mashes together the worlds of Disney movies with Square Enix games, and they are an absolute runaway success. Between you and me, and Kingdom Hearts fans will probably agree with me, when we're talking about the storyline that runs through these games, convoluted is an understatement. 40-minute YouTube videos exist that try and explain how the story ties together, and they're really difficult to follow. If you're a newcomer to this series and you're picking up Kingdom Hearts 3 as a first play, don't worry if you feel a little lost. I don't want to scare anyone off, these games are successful with good reason. Every world that you visit is constructed with great detail, and getting to play through the storylines of your favourite Disney movies alongside your favourite characters will never stop being endearing. The game features the worlds of movies like Frozen, Toy Story, Pirates of the Caribbean, and more, and I cannot wait to play it. Well, that's it for the January roundup. Did we miss anything you were looking out for? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, and for all the latest games, visit us in-store or on webuy.com. See you next time.